Hey guys, this is Pikmin Master. Time for Tops 45 favorite Pokemon with versatile movesets. Okay, this is going to be a top 10, not a top 5, simply because it's hard to find 5. Well, actually, no, it's easy to find 5. We'll just take the 10 I have and just split half and half. But the other 5, the 5 that I probably wouldn't have included, deserve some mention, so I said top 10 favorite Pokemon versatile movesets. Now, these are the most versatile Pokemon in the game. So, yeah, even though some of them aren't really exactly my favorite Pokemon, and nowhere near my favorite Pokemon, however, they deserve to be mentioned because of their versatility. Alright, let's start. Number 10, Gastrinon. Yeah, there's a specific reason why I included Gastrinon here, but I'm not going to say it because it's kind of, yeah, what I'm planning to do with Gastrinon is kind of a secret. But, what does it have, though? What it has is a pretty decent physical move pool, a decent special move pool, the fact that it's OU because it's kind of a tank, and even though grass-type moves can all go whatever, since most people use Ferrothorn as their only grass type, it makes Gastrinon a pretty decent bulky water. And no, I'm not going to include so many bulky waters, although I do have a few one or two other waters in here. But yeah, it becomes OU simply because the fact that it can wall pretty well. It does have a pretty decent move pool and pretty decent stats too, and nice HP. And the fact that it can be used on Ubers to counter Kyogre, which is weird considering it's a ground type. Therefore, even it might take neutral damage to Choice Scarf Water Spout. Or Choice Spec Water Spout, considering how slow Gastrinon is. Really. But I digress. I'm just going to go continue with what I'm going to say next. Gastrinon has Storm Drain, which is a pretty awesome thing, meaning that it does viable to get hit by Kyogre's Choice Spec Water Spouts, so therefore it's not immune to it. And yeah, it does fare pretty well against water types, so yeah, that's why Gastron's here. It's number 10 on this list because even though Gastron's pretty versatile, there are way better ones than it. And let's just say, aside from this secret thing I'm going to do with Gastrinon, I haven't really used it. So yes. Number 9. The Pokemon actually wanted to be number 1 in this list. And Poleon. Yes, the Pokemon actually wanted to be not number 1, number 2, because the Pokemon I wanted to be number 1, it's actually still up there. But the Pokemon that's number 2, it's number 9 because of the other versatile Pokemon being way better at their jobs than Empoleon. But that being said, Empoleon's pretty awesome. Despite being a UU tier, it's pretty good OU too. The best thing it has is its defense. It has 88 defense and 101 special defense with the typing of Water Steel, which actually does give it 3 weaknesses, 11 resistances, and an immunity, which is awesome. It does actually really do love Empoleon. It's one of my favorite starters ever, considering that it has huge potential. Sure, it has 86 attack, but it can be worked upon because it has Swords Dance. It has 111 special attack, meaning it has a pretty sweet special move pool. It has 60 speed with agility. It has pretty decent moves like Grass Knot, which can help against them Swamperts. Decent bulk for Substitute set, and there's this one Napoleon made for Pick Water that's essentially an item killer while setting up. So yes, I do really like Empoleon. It does have pretty decent moves, and if you know what you're doing, you can pretty destroy any Pokemon while still keeping yourself out at good health. Number 8, Ludicolo. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. If Ludicolo can have an Uber set in Smogon, then it deserves to be on this list. Actually, he made a feature analysis of a specific moveset of Ludicolo that involves its status inducer as an annoyer to say. Yeah, if I can make a feature analysis of this one specific set of Ludicolo that's not even on Smogon, and it works pretty well considering that I have on a big Drizz, and if that can KO stuff by being stally annoying, yeah, it can destroy stuff. It's a pretty good pretty good versatile Pokemon. It has Swords Dance, so it can use a physical move pool. I remember Dahlia using one. It's actually really great subseeder, especially in the rain. Speaking of the rain, since it has Swift Swim of all things, it can do well in Ubers. Yeah, it can do well in Ubers because of Swift Swim. And I'm going to talk about Rain Swift Swim just yet because I have another Pokemon that actually helps on that. And if you know what I'm talking about, then good for you. You can just skip. Okay. Number 7. T-Tar. Yeah, a lot of people, some people actually wanted me to do T-Tar because T-Tar is actually pretty good. That's pretty good at what he does. The thing is, he's this low because I don't know. I see him do like I don't really see him that much. Okay, granted, I don't play that much, but still. And the fact that it's quad weak to the ever common fighting type move, so bam, close combat to the face, you're dead no matter what the heck you do. Yes. Yeah, actually, I just remembered adding him in because it's kind of a recent addition. That his Tyrannoboa set, aka Sub Punching, actually does work well if it weren't for the fact that the Salac Berry isn't out yet. So if maybe he had like a stat boosting berry like Salac Berry or Lychee Berry, it probably work really well. However, since that's not there yet, just according to Smong, just add leftovers, don't care. Yeah, but it does have very decent Dragon Dance, which is kind of cool. So I don't have much else to say. Let's just move on. Number 6. A Pokemon I really didn't want to add in there, but so you know I'm going to add in it simply because Infernape. Yeah, another fully evolved Sinnoh starter is in this list. No, Totara's not in this list. Yeah, just not in this list. Infernape is actually pretty good. As much as I really hate Infernape, I actually do commend its versatility. While the fact that it's not very good defensively, it does have some pretty decent defensive moves. Okay, we're not defensive, but yeah, even defensive. What the heck am I saying? Yeah, okay, I'm just going to quote Smogon on this. It has an Endeavor lead, so meaning that it can use a lead with Endeavor. Stealth Rock, Endeavor, Vacuum Wave, and Overheat / Fire Blast. Which is actually very good considering the fact that it can learn Vacuum Wave. It's actually a good priority, and special priority with this other move, this Fire type move. Stealth Rock is pretty good, and Endeavor actually good, especially as a Focus Sash. So, yeah, Endeavor and Vacuum Wave. The only thing that can kill that is something with Extreme Speed, or if it's Toxic. Yeah, Toxic. Other than that, it's pretty good. Actually, a very well respected mixed attacker. So, I'm not going to do a feature analysis on that because, well, I don't like Infernape. So, let's move on. Number 5. Kingdra. Its very existence drives the Swift Swim plus Drizzle ban. Yeah, this guy's the reason. So, Drizzle plus Swift Swim is banned because of this guy. Here's why. It has a variety of really great moves. Especially with, now they give it physical stab moves, they go slow with Dragon Dance, not to mention the fact that it can Draco Meteor and Hydro Pump. And the fact that its stats are great. It has, well, let's just say better than Glalie stats. Let's leave it at that. So it has equal amounts of attack, defense, special attack, and special defense. Not bad speed, but with the rain, plus Swift Swim, insert that here. So, yeah, I don't really mention Kingdra, because if its very resistance can drive a complex ban, then yeah, I'm putting this on this list. But not because of the complex ban is on this list, it's just the fact that he has a very decent mixed attacker set, and plus it can go defensively considering the fact that it has a very decent defense. It's definitely better than Infernape's. And it's only weakness to Dragon type moves. Oh, granted, it's like everywhere on Ubers. Even on OU, it's almost everywhere, so that's why apparently it's UU. Okay, number 4. Mew. Duh. Really? Do you really not expect Mew to be on this list of versatility? This is with that versatility. Not Pokemon I actually do like, that's just happening in versatile. Granted, that's what the title is. However, if I actually just put the Pokemon, oh, I just like this Pokemon. However, these are all versatile Pokemon. I actually would like to use a Mew one time, because I never actually used a Mew. I actually like to use one. However, the problem is that it's this low because I actually want to make Mew lower than it already is. I want to make it number 6 or number 7 for this one reason. People use Mew as setup fodder, not setup fodder, but as setup. People use Mew mostly to set up and then attack later. The problem being that there are ways to get rid of setup using moves, like Haze or Dragon Tail, etc. And while it does have great stats, as definitely better than Kingdra's, the fact that it can still be beaten pretty easily. So, and according to Smungan, there aren't any good moves that don't utilize only attacks. And while Mew is a pretty good attacker with Psychic, it's just not very good because even as all those things it can have, the best it can do is set up. Number 3. I was going to include all of the Kings of OU in this list. However, only one, two, except for Tyranitar, including Tyranitar, two stand out. Tyranitar, which I mentioned, and Dragonite. While Scizor is the King of OU, it's not the King of OU because of versatility. The King of OU really does a bullet punch, and among others. Then there's Run Wash. This is really, which again, really only reason why it's up there is because of really one moveset. Then there's Ferrothorn, and Ferrothorn's only really good at walling, which is probably why it's deeper on the list than it already is. Heatran's only special attacker. Politoed, well, aside from me, no one uses a physical Politoed. Terrakion's only physical. Jirachi only has a hacks moveset, and Latios typically does special attacks. So that's why I didn't include any of those. Dragonite, number 2 OU, well, not until April, which is probably when I'm going to upload this, or close to when I'm going to upload this, does have some decent movesets. It does select Extreme Speed and some other Dragon Dance and Dragon Claw, whatever. Pretty good physical move pool. But it also has Hurricane, which is a very great special flying type move with the rain. It's practically thunder, only it's flying type. Oh, did I mention Glare Thunder too? Yeah. So it actually can have a pretty sweet rain set. Oh, and yeah, sure, Dragonite takes double weak to ice, but yeah, it has multi-scale, and it kind of reduces damage on Ice Beam, which means it could take an Ice Beam. Yeah, it could take an Ice Beam. Yeah, I'll tell you that, Salamence. Number 2. The Pokemon actually wanted number 1 on this list is Lucario. I did feature announcements on Lucario, and I did mention how awesome this guy is. Awesome attack, awesome special attack, decent speed, but has extreme speed, and while it doesn't have good defenses, it does have decent typing. It's Steel Fighting type. It's actually really great offensively and defensively. It can take a few hits, but just to be sure, slap a Focus Sash onto it. Although really Smungan doesn't like Focus Sashes. Even though Gen 4 Lucario, I've seen those a lot more. I don't need to mention Lucario, because since I already featured announced, I don't have to say anything about Lucario, so I'll just move on. Number 1. Please stare in the pure, unadulterated horror, ominous presentment at all, with is unequivocally the best and most versatile Pokemon in the game. What do you think? Arceus! Duh! Really? Do they really doubt the fact that Arceus, the versatile Pokemon in the game, the Pokemon with the most unpredictable Pokemon ever, really? Did you really expect him not be number 1 on this list? I mean, sure, it can be very specific. It can be like Arceus Normal, Arceus Steel, Arceus Grass, Arceus Water, whatever. Arceus Fire, I don't care. Arceus whatever. So the fact that Arceus can be any type, and it can have any moveset, well, not any moveset, that belongs to you. But the fact that it can have any good moveset, it can even be a defensive one with its Normal, or Ghost, or Steel. Or Water, considering the fact that we're talking Ubers here. Still, the fact that Arceus can have, well, anything it wants to be, any type it wants to be, if it and any moveset it wants, granted, depending on what it has, and whatever stab move it wants, because it's a Century Move Judgment, it's 100 base power plus stab, whatever type it is. Seriously, it's insane. So I don't even say it about Arceus. It's the god of Pokemon. Really. Well, granted, Kyogre is the god of Ubirth, but the god of Pokemon is Arceus. So, yeah, that is all for this Tops. And yes, it's not my favorite one that are versatile, but they're more versatile nonetheless. So, yeah, see you guys later on the next Tops. Next Tops will be favorite characters from Square Enix. Later.